Good evening. My name is Vincent, an Indian with a French name, working for a French multinational. Call that coincidence. Yeah. Today, I'm going to speak to you about the tangible gains to intangible insights using DEX. If I have to introduce to you my role, I'm the director for cloud, compute, and collaboration. I've been working for Alstom for close to a decade now, and it's been a good journey. So, to start with, anything that you do in life can be measured, the outcomes can be measured in two ways, tangible and intangible, right? If I have to give you a real world example, buying a big house, very tangible, making a house into a home, intangible, but probably more important than the tangible, right? So today what I'm going to take you through is the journey of how we've built a modern workplace. DEX was not at the back of our mind when we started the journey. It came later because we've been using NextThink now for close to 6 to 7 years. And what I want to show you is real data to show how NextThink has helped us build a modern workplace and how also we are using DEX to measure the scores. Okay? So, to start with, Alstom. To simply say what we do, we build trains. Okay? We build trains throughout the world, and our mission is to build environmental friendly, sustainable, safe, and reliable mobility solutions for anybody who needs it globally. Okay? Might be surprising to some of you. Alstom is always in the background because we build trains, but once we build the trains and hand over to customers, it's stickered by the customer, right, the operator. But then we are here for close to 100 years. Okay? And then we might be a transport company, but we have a lot of innovation in us because we are engineers who are constantly innovating and building better trains. And also over the journey of 100 years, we've been through a lot of mergers and acquisitions, acquiring and selling parts of our business. This is very important for you to understand why DEX is important to us. Our footprint, around 85,000 employees, a true multinational, 184 nationalities, in 64 countries. Today, around 150,000 of our trains are in service. And the top right-hand corner, very important, 24,000 of the 85,000 employees are engineers. That means they are using their PCs to build and design trains, which again is an important aspect as to why I have to build a good workplace for them. Since I'm in the UK, I'm sure these are some of the trains you might have used. This is just trivia. So I wanted you to know that these are some of the trains that Alstom builds and are being operated in the UK. And in the near future, we are also building some high-speed trains, which are on the cards to be released in a few months or years. Okay? Now, when we built our modern workplace, or we wanted to build our DEX, there were two philosophies behind it. One was a technological philosophy, and the other one was a more moral philosophy. Okay? If I look at it from a technology point of view, 6 years ago, we wanted to build a system or an environment where people were able to work from anywhere, anytime, and any device. Okay? That's the premise of what all the companies wanted to do after COVID, but we had started this strategy 5 or 6 years ago, which means that this Attawad doesn't come by magic. It means that you have a strong infrastructure to build this type of solution, which means more and more of your solutions need to move to cloud. If you have to have your solutions accessible anywhere, one of them is that you have to move to cloud. You need to depend more and more on internet rather than MPLS links because you're opening up, you have local internet breakouts. And then we wanted to build a modern workplace with modern devices, modern collaboration tools, which all built a framework to build an Attawad. And at the base of everything, we had a zero trust security model. So everybody knows the importance of security. So we had the Attawad and we had the zero trust security as pillars, and then we had these three enablers. Okay? But if you see, this was our strategy 5 years ago. Now we've moved ahead and we moved from a modern workplace to a more user experience and collaboration. So we said, yes, we've built a modern workplace now, but we need to start measuring how good that modern workplace is, and that's where user collaboration is coming, and that's where DEX is coming into. Okay? We continue to build internet as a primary network. We continue to move to cloud, but we moved from move to write cloud because we've learned a lot of lessons. And you see something called customer IT, which is very important for us because today more and more people are just not asking for trains. They're asking for train as a service. Okay? They want a train, they want software on top of that, they want services on top of that, they want passenger information system, they want ticketing systems. So we are also moving towards a solution where we are going to provide SaaS platforms to our people who use our trains. Okay? So then again, if you see here, it is very important that we provide a good working environment for our customers and for our employees. If I have to describe my modern workplace for you in one slide, this is how it looks like. Okay? This is all we have in our workplace environment. I'm not going to go through everything, but then if you see, probably you will see a lot of things that you are using in your organization. Why I put up this slide? Simply because at the heart of everything, we are using NextThink. Okay? So a lot of the workplace and collaboration solutions that we are using NextThink at the heart to monitor, to run remote actions, to take proactive actions, to do self-heals, so that we are an efficient organization. Now, why NextThink? So the first part I told you was the technology reason. The more philosophical reason is because I believe that less is more. Okay? Today we are burdened with a lot of information, a lot of things to do continuously, and so are the tickets. You're continuously getting tickets and you're just resolving them. That means you need to cut out the noise and focus on what is really important. And that's where NextThink came in, because with this technology, I'm able to identify recurring problems, remove the rice from the chaff, make those automated or make them self-heal or make them proactive actions, and I'm just focusing on the big topics which are really important for me from a strategic perspective, where I want to go rather than just sitting and fixing problems day in and day out. So that's why less is more, and that's why doing less for me is very important, because I have the bandwidth to think about what I want to do in the future. And how did we do this? How did we move with less? Less is more. Today, we have around 100,000 endpoints, okay? And then we are using all these aspects of NextThink on these 100,000 endpoints. Yeah? We have self-help, we have self-heal, we have manual remote actions, we have alerts to which we react, we have dashboards which we are continuously monitoring, we have campaigns we send out from time to time, we have applications which we are monitoring for crashes and performance, we have software metering to comply with software asset management and to save license cost. And we also have integrations with Azure Data Lake and ServiceNow, which enables us to do a lot more. Okay? So I've showed you where we are, where we've gone, what we have how we have implemented. Now I want to show you what is the result of that. What are the tangible results? And this is real data which I'm showing you from my company. First thing, you will see a reduction of tickets. This is what I've been seeing for the last 3 to 4 years. There are two types of tickets, SD tickets, which is L1, and there are L2, L3 tickets, which are the core engineer teams, which are managing the tickets which service desk cannot manage. Okay? So if you see, in the last 2 years, we have reduced the service desk tickets by close to 30%. It's no joke. Yeah? I mean, it takes concrete effort and work in the background to remove 30% of the tickets. And I remind you that in these 2 years, we went through a merger and acquisition where we doubled the size of the company, right? We doubled the size of the company, but we kept the tickets down and then flat. Yeah? So this is the value when you do proactive monitoring and self-heal with NextThink. Now, that's the L1, that's the service desk. Now talk about the L2, L3, the core guys, the engineering guys who are driving outcomes, who are doing the core operational work. If you see, you can again see that the number of tickets has reduced by almost 70%. Okay? Now, if I go to something called LTTR, which is the lead time to resolve a ticket, not very rosy. I'm not here to show you a rosy picture. Yeah? Why is that it takes 4 to 5 days to fix a ticket when you have so few tickets? It's simply because I'm working on the tickets which are really complex. My L2, L3 team is today working on real problems which are complex, which needs me to work with other vendors, work with Microsoft. So they're working on the complex problems. All the smaller problems are either automated or moved to self-desk. Okay? Similarly, so this is the end user compute team, which is managing PCs, the Windows 10 OS and stuff like that. Then we have similar thing for the Microsoft 365. Okay, we've reduced the number of tickets. We have a good LTTR trend, 2 days. And because of this, we have been able to reduce 31,000 tickets in the last 1 year. And this, if I convert it to cost, is around 375K a year. We run a lot of actions to see, to look at unused software licenses. We reclaim them, saved around $500,000 in the last year. We use Amplify, which the service desk interfaces with. And because of Amplify, they don't have to log into PCs to fix problems. We've saved around 5,000 SDRs and 3,000 SDRs for my L2 and L3 team. Okay? We run curated NQL queries, which is the latest NQL in the Infinity platform. And we're able to gather and take reactive actions from hours to minutes. It's reduced. It's not only tickets. If you look at my workplace customer sat, we are at 85 to 95%, which is quite high, and we've been doing that for the last 2 years. And our DEX score, we continuously monitor our DEX score. We make an effort to increase it. Our target was 9. We moved to 8.5, and then the DEX moved from version 2 to version 3. So the measurement and the actions were more stringent. So if you see in the bottom of the slide, we've started again with 78, and our target is to reach 90. Okay? I'll skip this now. So few of our investigations that we've run, resource consumption of highly priced PCs. People were asking for huge PCs, but we said you're not using it enough, so we bought them smaller PCs. VIP monitoring. When you autopilot enrolling PCs, when we have a problem, it's a user experience problem. If it doesn't auto-enroll, we get alerts and we fix them. Any new software, Windows 11, new BIOS updates are being monitored before they are fully rolled out. We have identified a set of PCs which had battery health problems. We fixed it. AssetDB accuracy. And also, we integrate with Azure Data Lake all our Nexting data, and we build Power BI dashboards for whoever wants to use it, because not all of them have direct access to Nexting. So some of the intangible benefits out of this, because I'm doing all this, we are as a company digitally transforming. We have a lot of engineers on the floor and front-end workers who want to embrace digital technologies. And because we are able to provide a good end-user compute feel, because the end-user compute is the first interaction with an employee. People are able to enable digital transformation more seamlessly. The change management is easier. I'm able to make data-informed decisions, because if I'm doing a Windows 11 upgrade, somebody gets an upgrade, there's a talk around the coffee corner saying that, hey, I got a Windows 11 and my PC seems slow, and that rumor slowly becomes the truth, right? But now, with data-based decisions, I'm able to tell, hey, it's not the upgrade, it's something else on your PC, I'm going to roll out Windows 11. Nothing's going to stop me from doing that, because that's not the problem. People engagement and retention, my L2 and L3 teams are doing actual code technical work, which is forward-looking, strategic, and more challenging rather than mundane day-to-day tasks. So I'm able to retain my core talent for a longer period. Experience for my engineers, very important. 30% of my company's engineers who are designing and innovating trains, I'm able to give them a good experience because I'm monitoring and delivering a good service on their PCs. I'm able to do more with less. I said we doubled the size of our company overnight, but I increased my team size by 20%. I'm able to do more with less. Okay? And everybody, the most dreaded part of the year, budget negotiations, I'm able to show year on year that I am probably, I'm able to show efficiency. So it's not always, when they see efficiency, there is not much resistance to give you a little extra money, right? So that helps me a lot, because I'm saying, hey, this is what I've done, this is what I've invested. If you give me so much, I'm able to show you so much more. So finally, what do I want to do in the future? Looks like Sam and Pedro read my mind. This slide was done probably 3 weeks ago. We are more and more investing on virtual agent. We have an integration with ServiceNow. So tickets, we have 5 use cases today, might go to 10, 15. We want to make it more and more that. We want to use AI. Today, still, I need an engineer to look at data and make correlations. For me, in the future, it would be good if Nexthink is able to make those correlations and say, you have a problem with 2 disparate sets of data. This is something we want to look at. More and more self-heal. We are using VDIs and we are rolling out Max. So I want to use the power of Nexthink to understand how I can enable the VDI users, because a lot of our engineers connect and do engineering drawing remotely to using VDI, okay, which is a big thing. So we need to monitor that. And today I'm monitoring all my devices, which are IT devices, but we also want to start monitoring OT devices, which are the guys who are actually using devices on the shop floor. And more, these are coming into mainstream IT. So with this is what I want to do with the future in Alstom with Nexthink. Okay, thank you.